Good morning, David Wright here from davidwrightonline.com. Beautiful day today. It's going to be warm and sunny again here in Almeria. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the differences in the UK and Spain and why it might be a good idea to move to Spain. So a lot of people call it Brit bashing or UK bashing when I say things about the UK that I'm not happy with, but let me just get something straight away. I'm British, I'm always going to be British, and I love the UK. I loved living there, and I had a great job the last few years I was there. I really did enjoy it, but I just don't want to live in the UK anymore. It was a nice place for me at the time. You know, times change, things are different, and the main thing that made me move to Spain 23 years ago now was the fact that I was working 6 days a week, sometimes 7, just to earn the money, and it was good money to pay for the bills and, you know, to live in a house that really I was just sleeping in most of the time. And at the weekends when I wanted to do something that I wanted to do, some of my hobbies and that, the weather was rubbish, and that was really annoying to me. Never had the time to do what I wanted to do. So yeah, there's lots going on in the UK at the moment. You know, everyone's watching the news and it's not good what's happening there, and personally I think things are changing and they're never going to be able to revert to what it was in the UK. Schools are changing, education system's changing, and the culture is being diluted. I'm not going into it too much, but we all know what's going on there, and you know, everyone's saying get the UK back. It's never going to be the same. People are living there now that are changing the culture, they're changing the laws, so it's not a place where I would want to live at the moment, and I do worry about it. I do worry. Got family and friends that live in there, and it's not nice what's happening. I really don't see any solution, but it's not the country that I used to live in and that I used to love. So anyway, that's enough about that. So really the main reason I moved to Spain was because of the weather, and people say it's not all about the weather, but trust me, when you get up every day and it's like this, you know, you don't even bother opening the curtains to see what it's like. You just put a shorts and t-shirt on and you can get on with doing what you want to do. Yeah, it's great, and that is absolutely the main reason, the weather. And I think that's why most British people move to Spain, because they're fed up with the weather. Yeah, you do get some nice weather in the UK, but it's normally only for a few days or a few weeks if you're lucky. Here, where I'm in Almeria today, it's I can't remember what the date is now, but it's the beginning of August, and we haven't had rain for 4.5 months now. No rain at all. We haven't got a hosepipe ban. You know, there's enough water to water the garden. Actually, just had my water bill in it for 3 months, and it was €100 for 3 months. So that's about 30 euros a month for water. And I water the garden. I got my swimming pool topped up every other day or so. So yeah, the water's cheap here. That's the thing as well, really. So much is much cheaper here, and in comparison to that, the wages are lower here. You know, obviously I was earning a lot less as a carpenter and builder here than I did in the UK, but it's all relative. You know, things are a lot cheaper as well. When we go to our local here and we can buy a beer for, well, it's actually gone up now, it's around €2.83 for a beer, but you get a plate of small food as well, ordered off the menu, cooked to the order. That's called a tapas here in Spain, and you know, for €3, that's not bad. I mean, I don't know what a pint in the UK would be now. It's got to be £5 or £6 now, and any nibbles or plate of food with it is absolutely out of the question. But there you go. There are lots of things that, you know, you can compare here and there, like the healthcare system. I've never had any bad healthcare in the UK. I had my fair share of accidents, and I had a broken leg years ago, and it was okay, but I always remember waiting to go to see a doctor was weeks to get an appointment. Still is weeks. My mum is 87 now. She's been waiting for 6 months for a small operation on her hand. It's not classed as urgent, so she has to wait and wait. She's paid into the system all her life. Why should she have to wait, you know? There's other people that are being put in front of her. But here, where I live, there's a hospital just up the road, which is my local hospital. I've got a doctor's there as well, so if I want to make a doctor's appointment, I can do two things. I can go there and in person queue up in the morning and make an appointment, and that's normally for within 2 days. It's never 3 or 4 days, it's always within 2 days. Or I can do it online, and that's the same thing. It might take a little bit longer if I do it online, but it's easy, it's convenient, and the hospitals here are amazing. The service is fantastic. I've talked about this before. My wife had a broken pelvis and had to have a full hip replacement a couple of years ago now, and the care was incredible. The service was amazing. The aftercare as well, with the nurses and that, after, you know, several months afterwards, she had to have checkups and dressings changed and things like that, and the care was incredible. So I can't fault the hospitals here at all. I also have had a operation on my back to remove a cancer. I've had eye operation. Again, perfect, every time perfect. The service has been amazing. So the healthcare here, and I know the healthcare is something that the British people worry about a lot here in Spain, and don't worry about it, it's amazing. As long as you've got good health cover here, and there's lots of options. If you've got residency here in Spain, you're probably going to have access to social security and health cover. If not, there is many companies offering private medical cover, which gets you really great coverage here in the health system. So that's out the way. So you've got good health cover. If you're looking for work here, it's the same as any country. I always say to people say, oh, there's no jobs in Spain, I can't find any work. If you struggle to find work in the UK, you're going to struggle to find work in Spain. It depends on your skill set. And something else to remember as well, it's never too late to learn some new skills. There's loads of online courses now. There's things that you can do, even at the age of 60 odd, 70 odd, you can take on courses to learn online, learn new skills. And earn money that way. Even the local councils here in Spain are doing courses for people to teach them how to learn new job skills so that they can work online from home or anywhere in Spain or anywhere in the world. So, you know, look at these things online, look at the courses, go and check them out at your local council office here, because they do offer some great help and advice on work here in Spain. The other thing is the language as well. If you don't speak the language, then you're going to struggle like anywhere, you know, that's obvious. But so many people, especially British people, come to Spain and they say, oh, I can't find a job, I can't find a job. If you're not a resident here in Spain, you won't find a job easily, because you have to be a resident here. If not, the Spanish government have put out some rules that local businesses have to have a reason why they're employing a foreigner over normal local people, and that is right. I think that is right. It's a shame they don't do that in the UK. So the locals come first, and if you can find a job here that's got a contract and you've got special skills, then you won't have a problem. But it's all about the skill set that you've got, you know. If you're a cleaner or you want to work in a bar as a waiter, then obviously you're going to be competing with hundreds of other people that don't speak Spanish, and the wages for those sort of jobs are very low as well. So there is work here. When I first came here as a carpenter and builder, I found work straight away, and you know, I was earning probably top money here then at the time. Carpenters, electricians, plumbers now here in Spain are earning very, very good money indeed, probably twice the average wage here for those sort of trades. So if you've got any skills like that, you'll do really well here. A friend of mine, an English friend of mine, is a painter and decorator here, and he just set up as self-employed, and he's doing very, very well. He was a bit worried about it at first, you know. He went through some of the people that I recommended to him to get his self-employed set up, and he did very, very well. He's doing very well indeed. Hello mate, got a friend there. Okay, so what else? So you've got the work, you've got the health cover. Property, yeah, property is a little bit more expensive now, as it is everywhere. Prices are going up. But if you're thinking about coming to Spain, then there's two really, really good tips I want to give you. The first one is area. It's all about area, as always, you know. You've got to think, if you're coming here to be retired, then you want to be somewhere quiet maybe, and it doesn't matter so much, you're not looking for work, so you can go inland a bit more, get a lot cheaper property, much more money, property for your money. If you do need to work, then you need to go where the touristy areas are, where there's going to be British speaking people, if you're not too good at speaking Spanish, or you're going to be where the customers are, so you need to go to these more built up areas. That's pretty obvious, that's like anywhere. It might not be somewhere where you want to go to begin with. For example, I moved to a place called Roquetas de Mar, which is a touristy area along the coast from here, and it was okay, but I didn't really want to live there. properties were a bit more expensive as well, but I went there because that's where the work was. And after a few years I got my foot under the door and I got myself in with the right people, and I knew where to go and get my materials, stuff like that, and I went self-employed. And then once I went self-employed, I moved up the road a little bit further, and then bought a house which is cheaper, and then moved out even further up the road. So where I'm living now is pretty much all Spanish people. There's hardly any English people here, and I love it. It's quiet, it's beautiful here, as you can probably see. I go out for walks in the morning, go for a run, ride my bike in the hills just behind me. I love it here. I really do love it here. Get up every morning and it's like this. It's amazing. Quality time. People say to me, oh, I miss our kids, we miss a family and that, but there's loads of flights from the UK now to all the Spanish airports, and there's more open up every week. So, you know, you just get your kids and your family and friends to come and visit you, and you spend more quality time if you do that, because if people come and spend time with you at the weekend in the UK, you probably sit in front of the telly, you know, with some chocolate stuff in your face and not talking to each other, or the kids are on the phone all the time. So it's not really quality time, even though you've seen the kids for the weekend. Bring your grandchildren out here, your family and friends out here, and you have a whole week with them, and you're out doing things, you're playing in the pool, you're on the beach. So it's much better quality time here, and it's not expensive really. So yeah, and how do you do it? How do you get here, you know? Well, if you're looking for work here, there is loads of options open now. I've got some videos I've made with the experts, as I call them, that help people here, and I've got also some videos that I've made with British people that have moved here and how they've done it, what they are doing now. Now, as far as visas go, there are lots of visas out now. The golden visa is now being changed. You can't get the golden visa here anymore. Wasn't open to everybody anyway. You need $500,000 to get that. But there are lots of other visas. The non-lucrative visa is the most popular one at the moment. But a lot of people are working online now. I saw something. Was it 3,000? Last month 3,000 British people moved here with digital nomad visa. You know, that's just British people in a month. 3,000. If they found a way of doing it, you know, others can do the same. So yeah, there's lots of visa options that you might not have heard about, different ways of coming out here. There's the Irish passport route as well, and I've got videos and information on all of these avenues for you to move to Spain. So people say, oh, it's difficult, I can't move, I wish I had the money, I wish I had this. If you think about it like that, then it's going to be difficult. You're not going to move it out. But if you start taking action, look for, you know, options. What are the options open for you? Find what's the best route for you, follow people that know what they're doing and can help you, and then just go for it. Lots of people, well, probably everybody I've ever helped move to Spain here or spoken to, says that once they're here they wish they'd done it earlier. And I'm the same. 23 years ago, you know, it was a risk, as anything is when you move to a new country. It is a bit of a risk, but it was the best thing that I ever did, and I wish I'd done it years ago. I really do wish I'd done it years ago. So if you're thinking about moving to Spain, or you're already living in Spain, come and check out my website, davidwrightonline.com. I'll leave a link below this video where you can come and access my information. It's all free information there. And if you want some personal targeted help, then come and join me on a private consultation call. There's a link to that in my website as well.